Nigeria just made a groundbreaking move that will transform Africa forever. Guys, as I'm talking to you now, the Chinese president is panicking. China is panicking. America, Europe, they are all panicking. These people are worried because Nigeria just activated a button that is about to end their dominance in Africa. This is going to be a very shocking video, and I'm begging you as a Nigerian, as a Kenyan, as an African citizen to please watch this video carefully, because you will be shocked to see what is going on. You will be shocked to see what is going on, and you will thank God that Nigeria is living up to the standard already as I'm talking to you now. Omo, this one are wutu good news. Wutu good news for all Africans. Remember, I keep telling us, it's time to start investing. It's time to start thinking smart and investing in this continent. It's time. It's time. No they sleep, because things they happen. So, there is supposed to be like a free trade zone in Africa. Africa has the biggest free trade zone in the world. In case you don't know, made up of 54 countries in Africa that have combined to create that free trade zone. And the free trade zone was to help African countries do business amongst each other without tax, as in importing made in Nigeria products to China, to Kenya, made in Nigeria products to Ghana, made in Nigeria products to other African countries, not just made in Nigeria. Africans who produce products can export to other African countries easily. That's the free trade zone about Africa. But the free trade zone or inter-African country trade makes up only 16% of the total trade in Africa. Do you know how much inter-trade amongst European countries? The percentage is about 75. 75 trade in Europe ends between European countries. Africa countries amongst ourselves, our trade between us is just 16%. All the rest is coming from China, America, Europe, coming from elsewhere. So how are African youth supposed to be employed? You Kenyan, you Nigerian, you Ghanaian, you South African shouting, the continent is not moving ahead. We have bad leaders. We have this. Yet the clothes you are wearing on is made in China. Everything you are putting on is made in Europe, made in America. How do you expect this continent to grow if we cannot, as Africans, trade amongst ourselves? Now, are you seeing where I'm going? Are you seeing why I said what Nigeria just did is a groundbreaking success that should be trending? Unfortunately, it cannot be trending because we Africans, we are not ready, to be honest. Let us speak the truth to ourselves. Are we ready? To be honest, we are blaming leaders, blaming people. What is supposed to trend, what we're supposed to use as education to inform our brothers, to share, to empower our minds, we don't care about it. Yes, we are busy looking for who scam a French woman that divorced husband, 1 billion. That's what is interesting to us. That's what we want. So that negative thing will be flying in Africa. Guy, if you see what Nigeria has just done, and Kenya, I am very proud of Kenya. Recently, I've been talking about Kenya-Nigeria relationship. Kenya-Nigeria relationship. And that relationship should serve as an example to every African country. The relationship Nigeria and Kenya is building now. Because I was talking about a Kenyan that moved to Nigeria 7 years ago and is a millionaire now in Nigeria by engaging in agriculture. He's now a millionaire in Oyo. So that is what is going on. And we can now see that the relationship is beneficial to both countries. Kenyans can be celebrating, Nigerians can be celebrating. What's happening? So, Nigeria literally became the first African country to do mass exportation of Nigerian-made products. Like the free trade zone we're talking about. Nigeria cemented it. As you can see, lots of cargoes, lots of containers, lots of vessels. Everything you're seeing in the vessel, made in Nigeria. Made in Nigeria. These vessels, these products you're seeing here are being shipped directly to Kenya from Nigeria. So Nigeria is the first African country to activate that free trade zone business at its highest order. At its highest order. So you can see made in Nigerian products being shipped to Kenya. Do you know the impact of this to the Kenyan society, to the Nigerians, to the African economy? We are going to discuss that in this video, and you're going to find it very, very interesting. So as you can see, multiple products are already being shipped to Nigeria. So the African Union are sitting on this matter. They have been struggling for quite some time now to see that they can actually make this thing a success. That this trade between Africans, everything, if Nigeria is capable of producing something, why should China be the one making money when Nigeria is producing something? If South Africa can produce something, let's say South Africa is producing cotton, let's say South Africa is producing this, why will now any African country go and be importing cotton from China? Why? After you'll be shouting there's no job. After you'll be shouting price is too cost. Economy is not good. So that is the barrier Africa is looking to break. I know it's not going to be easy. The Chinese will not just allow it to happen. The Europeans will not allow it to happen. Americans will not just allow it, just sit back out. But we must have the capacity to make it happen by ourselves. They will not give us. That's why we say freedom is never given. So you see this man I'm showing you now, his name is Olusegun Olutayo. That is the Nigerian man. He's a senior trade expert at the Nigeria Africa Free Trade Coordination Office. So he is one of the people in charge of that free trade zone in Nigeria. And they have been working so hard to make sure that everything is implemented and Africa can smile and do trade and do business amongst themselves, because that is what will help the economy of Africa. You see, Nigeria alone has a population of over 250 million people. Africa's population is over 1 billion. Africa's population, which means that Africa is the biggest market, and Africa at the same time has the population that is viable, has the highest youthful population in the world. Over 70% of the African population are young men and women like you and me. So in the next 40 years, we will be the one to run this world. But if we don't set up the platform, if we don't own the market, if we don't own access, how are we supposed to do it? In Nigeria today, almost everything has Nigeria made. Almost every brand has Nigeria made. And we are sitting down, joking and smiling, while others are taking over our market. Why do you think BRICS is forcing to put Nigeria? Why do you think why can't, I don't even know why we are celebrating BRICS. Why can't BRICS create their country? India, Brazil, Russia. Why are they bringing Africa into BRICS? Ask yourself the question. They bring South Africa, it was not enough. They say, no, we need to bring Nigeria because of the power Nigeria has and the market Nigeria is having. Why? Why are they bringing Nigeria? Why are they bringing it? Because they need us, they need our market, they need our economy to be what they want to be. Without Africa, without Nigeria, BRICS will be noise. Noise. And so it's about time we send a clear message to the world that Africa and Africans can trade among themselves. Because that's why I keep telling you, all this xenophobia amongst Africans is being sponsored by some people who do not want to see Africans loving each other, who do not want to hear that Africans can live together peacefully, do business together peacefully, because they know what that will cost them. China, America, Europe know what will happen to them if eventually African countries like Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Cameroon, if we just become friendly and start doing business amongst ourselves, Africa will become the new destination for people to run and come. But they will not allow it. That's why they will sponsor South Africans to hate their fellow Nigerians. Because you are a mumu man. You don't know that you they fight yourself. You don't know that you're hindering your own progress. Yet you are blaming the government. This is what Africans must understand. And that's why I'm very happy, because you see, Nigeria takes risks. Despite the dominance of Chinese products, despite the dominance of European products, despite the dominance of the external, these Nigerian entrepreneurs, they are still willing to take the risk and say, no, Nigeria-made products must be consumed in Africa. Nigerian-made products must become what Africans are turning to. Somebody will take the risk, produce those things in Nigeria, carry them, put them on a ship, send them to Kenya. I must appreciate the Kenya government for making it possible. Remember, I was talking last time of Nigerian business people in South Africa who were complaining. They have shipped their products to South Africa and South Africa has blocked them at the border. Those are the things we're talking about. With this free trade zone, why will you block Nigerian containers, Nigerian ships, Nigerian vessels that are coming into your country with goods that do not have any problem? Why? Can you do that for Chinese products? Can you do that for European products? No. Africa needs to help Africa. And that's why I celebrate the Kenya government for making this possible, giving access to Nigerian products, giving access to the continent of Africa to rise and spread their wings. You get it? This is the only solution. This is the only way Africa can be liberated. Africa can be free. This is the only way Africans can be proud to say we have something on this continent. We are proud that without America, without Europe, we can survive on our own. And we must do it, and we must send a clear message to the rest of the world. So guys, in case you don't know, Nigeria now officially is exporting to other African countries to replace China. Yeah, Nigeria is officially exporting Nigerian-made products to Kenya. We already know that many of those Nigerian-made products are already in Ghana, dominating the market. We already know that many Nigerian products are already in Cameroon, dominating the market. But Kenya did it officially in an official manner to send a clear message to the Chinese, the Americans, and the Europeans that Africans are ready to work amongst themselves. Africans are ready to do business amongst themselves. Chinese products, we have to stop. We have to end their market in Africa. Government should help. Like this free trade zone now in Africa, remove taxes on the products. People will import. Why will you go and import from China and pay heavy taxes, pay heavy money, when you know that if you can import from another African country, you will not pay? That's the question. You see why free trade zone is good? Do you see why Lekki free trade zone? You see why Dangote refineries and everything is developing in Lagos, Nigeria? Because of that Lagos free trade zone. Even the Eco-Atlantic City is growing on that free trade zone. So that free trade zone created in Africa will become a blessing to the continent. That will transform the continent. That will bring joy. That will bring love. That will bring success to the continent of Africa. So entrepreneurs in Africa, why are you not? You should investigate, know that this thing exists now. In case you are in America, you are in Europe, you are an African immigrant somewhere out there, and you want to come back to Africa and establish a mega business, why should you jump on a flight to go and buy in Turkey? Where you know that if you are bringing it from Nigeria or you are bringing it from an African country, there's free trade zone that is defending you. You don't have to pay taxes. You will easily move your goods into the country, into any country in Africa without, going through a lot. So this is the reality that Africans should be educated on, not Yahoo, not scam, not all the things that are trending. That's why I said to myself, I can't stay quiet on this one. I must let you know, I must let the world know, I must let everybody know that Nigeria has broken the line and it's time for everybody to jump in line and follow. It is what it is. Your boy Ajay Maxi on this one. Again, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Come back anytime you're free because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.